Hello, RunaMuck here, and in this video I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how to field strip and reassemble 1911. All 1911s are going to break down the same way. There may be some slight differences, but they'll be pretty insignificant, so this tutorial should work pretty well for you. Alright, the particular model I'm going to be using is the Springfield Armory MC Operator. So like with any gun, before working on it, you want to make sure you're unloaded and safe to operate. So I've got nothing in the chamber, no magazine. So we're going to engage the safety. That's going to lock our slide. Then we're going to put this on its back. Then we're going to push down on this plunger. This is going to collapse that recoil spring a little bit. Then we're going to take this barrel bushing and we're going to rotate it clockwise as far as it'll go. Now with this recoil spring, we're going to slowly let that up. Now this is under a lot of pressure, so if you don't, this plunger may come shooting off and you'll be looking for that. Alright, now we're going to take off the safety. We're going to move the slide back to this first groove. This is our takedown. So we're going to line that up, back side of that. On the other side, you'll see that little pin. We're just going to go ahead and push that, and you'll see that's going to lift our slide lock. So we'll pull that pin out. Now the barrel will be disengaged, so we should be able to take out that whole slide. Set that down. We're going to pull the recoil spring out, and the barrel comes out the front side. Up. The barrel bushing. The bushing we've got to rotate counterclockwise all the way. This has a little groove in it which only fits one way, so it's got to be turned right or it won't come out. Then you can take the barrel out. As one step further, it's unnecessary, but you could take the guide rod out of the recoil spring, but like I said, that's not really necessary. But if you do, or if these naturally come out, when you put it back, there's two ends of the spring here. One end is closed and the other one's open. You want to go ahead and put the guide rod on this closed end, so that the open end up here is still out. That's the part that sticks out the front of the gun. Alright, for reassembly, we're going to do this in reverse. So we're going to take our barrel, put that back through the slide, and this should lock in place. Take our recoil spring, we're going to push that through. And the guide rod, you'll see there's this curved edge right here. That should be contoured right for the barrel. So we're going to make sure that's down. I'm going to lift the barrel lock here. This is going to be a lot easier if you lift this now to line up, and I'll show you why in a minute. At this point, what I do is I put the thumb on here, and I'm going to show you a little trick I found to make this a little easier. I'm going to put on the barrel bushing now, lining up that notch there, right between the spring and the barrel. And I'm just going to kind of tilt this just enough to hold the spring. Just like that. So it's just going to barely grab that. The reason is that way it won't move on you. So make sure our lock's open. We're going to slide our lower back on. At this point you can go ahead and flip your barrel bushing, release that. Now right in here, I don't know if you can see it, that barrel lock loop right there needs to be lined up in that hole. So we're going to take this, we're going to feed that through, and then we're going to check it. We're going to make sure that barrel doesn't move, then you know you're in the right spot. So we're just going to move the slide down so that takedown notch is lined up right there. We're going to put this guy up front, and then we're going to be careful not to scratch the frame. So we're going to lift it up, we're going to bring it to this point, and we're going to make sure we're lined up, snap that in place, and push that down. Slide the slide forward, re-engage the safety, move that bushing out of the way. Now we're going to take our plunger, put that right on a recoil spring, push that down, move our barrel bushing back in place, and that should snap right in, just like so. All right, take off the safety, check functionality. Seems to be working right. And that is how you do it. That's how you field strip 1911. Well, I hope this video was helpful for you. If so, please click on the like and feel free to share this video. Also, if you have any comments or suggestions of ways we can improve this, please leave them in the comments below. I'll see you next time.